Howdy folks, how you going? Welcome to the brewery, Brew Day. And today I'm brewing up a clone of Bentspoke Brewings Cluster 8. And continuing part of the brewing these well-known beers. Now I'm just getting up the recipe so I can actually talk about just quickly what we've got going on here. But while that's coming up, quick shout out to Little John's Patrons. Guys, thank you for your support. I say it all the time, but that support helps the channel, helps me do play around, do experiments and stuff like that. If you're interested, there's a link down the bottom. If you subscribe, thank you. If you're not, hit the subscribe button as well. That way you'll get notified when there's videos, you don't miss anything. And if you like what goes on as we're coming through, give us a thumbs up down the bottom. But anyway, Cluster 8, I've taken advantage of the Brew and I've had my water warmed up. Well, it's actually been for 2 nights. I had planned on doing this yesterday, but yeast starter didn't quite get kicked along enough. I wasn't happy with where it was yesterday, so I've just pushed Brew Day back. But what I've done is I've got the Brew, I've got my mash water in there. I treated it with the obligatory calcium sorbate and sodium met to get rid of the chlorine and chloramine, and then a mix of some calcium chloride, some gypsum, some Epsom salt, a little bit of lactic acid to get me water profile I'm after, which will be it's in the recipe, which will be linked down the bottom, and had it set so it was ready to go in the morning. So that happened for yesterday. I've stopped and I've gone again. So this morning I've come out, water's at mash in temp. I've just transferred for the Brew into the nano. I've got it all set up, ready to go. I'm just about to mill the grain and dump it in. So just a quick chat about the grain. We're running Voyager Pale Schooner at 89.4%. Now again, the recipe will be down below the link, so you can the brewpub link, so you can look at that. Don't need to write down if you don't want to. 5.9% Munich, 3.5% Carapils, and 1.2% Caramunic. It's all in here. Well, it's not all in there. That's only part of it, but it's all mixed together. So it's fairly straightforward base. I'm doing a 14 litre batch, so I have all up 6.79 kilos of grain. It's a pretty big grain bill for the size. We're looking for an original gravity of 1087, ABV of 8.8 in the final beer. So so she takes a bit. So I've got, mashes in, going to get this milled, then we'll get it into some water. Righto, I'll let that mash now for 60 minutes at 66 degrees. Righto, that's mash done. So now I'm going to bring this up to 75 degrees for a mash out. So I'm going to run for half an hour from now, so that'll be about 20 minutes of mash out temp. I'm going to grab a quick repack reading. And as always, I've got No idea what my bloody number should be. I've been inside, I've been cooking some braised steak and onion. Getting that underway, so haven't looked. 1064. It's possibly a bit low. I don't know, but anyway, as we know from experience, we'll probably grab another 4 or 5 points between now and the end of mash out, so it will be good. I haven't allowed for any extra drop in efficiency with the bigger grain bill, which I'm assuming I'm going to get. So look, I'm not going to be surprised if I finished up, 4 or 5 points under target gravity as a result. But we will see where we are at the end of mash out. And before pre-boiling, if I need to, I can adjust the boil time. I can boil a bit longer and just go with a slightly smaller volume. But now, let's just let this mash out do its job and see where we sit when it's finished. Right, mash out's done. Pull the bag. He's pretty full. Certainly probably pushing the limits of the amount of grain I want to do in the bag. So I'm going to give that 10 minutes to drain. Got the elements on, should come into a boil. So yeah, 10 minutes. Check our pre-boil volume and our gravity. I think I'm still just a few points under. And just see whether we need to make an adjustment. So I'll get that done. We'll sit down and have a chat about the hops and see what needed to be done. Right, just coming to a boil, so while I wait for the hop break to settle, pre-boil volume, we're down about maybe 3/4 of a litre. 3/4 of a litre to a litre, so I'm not too concerned about that at the moment. Refrac is giving me 1066, 1067. Pre-boil gravity is going to be 1070. Not too concerned about that. Refrac's quite often a little bit out, especially at boil temps. So at the moment, I'm going to let that go. Like I said, I'm not worried about a couple of points. This is an 8.8% beer. If it finish it up at 8.4, I'm not too concerned. And reality is, when I get to the end of the boil, I'm going to get closer to that final volume. If we are out a little bit there, then I can drop just a little bit of malt in, a little bit of dry malt just to bring it up. But we will see. So anyway, first hop addition is Centennial, and this batch, I'm doing a 14 litre batch, so that's just under 8 grams for 13 IBUs, and that's going to be in the boil for 60 minutes. So we've got quite a few hops, so I'm going to get these in, and I'll give you a bit of a drop on each hop as we put them in. That will be easier. Right, 30 minutes in, 13 grams of Simcoe. Righto, I'm just about to drop 15-minute addition of 13 grams of Simcoe. With that, I'm going to drop in some yeast nutrient and half a Wharflock tablet. And this is our hop stand edition. 75 grams all up. It's 15 grams of Centennial, Amarillo, Simcoe, Mosaic and Equinox. Now, again, remembering 14 litre batch, so these aren't the full sizes. Refer to the recipe for numbers for a full batch. Alright, so I'm going to pop these in, then we'll run through with the cooling. The whirlpool, there's no indication of temperature, so I'm just going to shut the boil off at the end of the boil and just whirlpool. Drop the hops in. It's a 30-minute hop stand, so I'm just going to let it go for 30 minutes without adding any temperature to it, because there's no indication where to hold it. 30 minutes, I don't think I'm going to drop anything under 70 degrees, so we'll get good utilisation right through that range. That'll work fine. Can't do, I'm going to put gas it and do it, hold it at 85 or 80 or whatnot, but I think that will work without any problem. Simplest way of doing it. So put these in, we'll come back after we've got the whirlpool happening and have a look how we travel them. Alright, boil is done. Boil, cool, chill, done. We're ready to transfer. See what we end up with. Righto, we've got 12 litres in the fermenter, so it's a bit less than I was looking for, but I'm not too worried about that. No, so I didn't allow for the lower efficiency with this batch, but anyway, Big Tail's going to be where we are gravity wise. Right, I think I'm going to call, I think that's 1084. Probably 1086. So we're only 1 point off target gravity, so that's alright. Lower volume, I said, doesn't matter. 12 litres, 14 litres. I'm going to get a 9 litre. I'm going to get a 9 litre keg out of it. That's the main thing. I would imagine we're going to lose a bit of volume with the dry hop. So I was hoping to get a couple of bottles straight from the fermenter, but I don't think that's going to happen. We've got a 122 gram dry hop to go into this 12 litres. So actually, given this 12 litres, that dry hop can probably drop back a little bit. But anyway, day 5, there's a dry hop of about 24 grams each of Amarillo, Citra, Equinox, Galaxy and Mosaic. Given that we're back to 12 litres instead of 14, so that's 1 2/7. Might drop them hops back to about 20 grams each. I'll calculate it and work out what it is. Yeah, 1/7. Yeah, it'll be about 21 grams each, so it's still going to be a 105 gram dry hop. So that's on day 5. So we're going to ferment this at 18 degrees with WLP 001 American ale yeast. I've got a starter just sitting here off the side, which I'm going to pitch. It's coming along nicely. There, good whack of yeast in that. So it's just starting to slow down. It's still fairly active, but it is slowing a little bit. So I'll take the top off that, dump that in. So that's going to get the job done. So 5 days dry hop. Then it's telling me that they want me to do, the recipe said 14 days at 18. I've changed that, I've dropped it back to 10 days at 18, and I'm going to do just 3 days at 21 just to make sure it finishes off. And a 2-day cold crash. So the hops go in day 5. That's so I'm pretty happy with that. We've got pretty much right on target for our gravity. Volume's just out, and no biggie. Better off getting target gravity and missing volume than getting volume and missing target gravity. So I don't need to chase it with any malt or anything like that. So all is good. So guys, any comments or any questions, stick them down the bottom. This one's going to be a 2-week ferment, 15 days. So we're looking at a month or so before we're going to be looking at testing this fella. Colour looks really good. She's fairly malty, which is to be expected at 1086. There's a noticeable hop there. It's not massive at the moment, but obviously there's an awful lot of sugar hiding it. So yeah, it's looking good at the moment. So any comments or any questions down the bottom. So thank you to all the supporters of the channel. Links are all down there. Subscribe, all the rest of the stuff if you haven't done so. But for now, that's me. So till I see you in the next video, and we brewing beer, drinking beer, and we talking beer. Good brewing. Oh, I'm looking forward to this one.